All right. So I just went through and got the Mile High Club trophy, Modern Warfare Remastered, and it was pain. I watched PS5 trophies video and I followed his route pretty close, but I kind of wanted to go through and elaborate on some of the things that he brought up in his video as far as like routing and flashbang placements, stuff like that. So I was just going to show my run and kind of break down what I was doing as I go. Um, but I mean, obviously, with this, there's 1,000 different ways you could do it. This is just the way that he did it, and I found somewhat easy. It's not going to be fun because this mission is hard. I mean, you're playing it on the hardest difficulty in the game. There's a lot of enemies. You got a minute. But one piece of advice that I'll give is you have more time than you think you do. Like by the time I got to the door, I still had like anywhere from like 8 to 10 seconds. So which is obviously not a lot of time. But like you don't really need to stress as much with it. You can kind of stop and take your time, make sure your guns are loaded, make sure you got your flashbangs placed properly, stuff like that. But without further ado, I'll kind of get on with it a little bit. The first thing, this guy over here killed me so many times. You can run past him, but he can and a lot of times will shoot you in the back because apparently teammates just don't shoot enemies for whatever reason. But I digress. So the only one of these two guys that you have to kill really is this one on the left. But the problem is this gun bounces so much and does such little damage that you have to put so many rounds down range to kill this guy that it kind of just makes more sense to spend the extra ammo to just get both of them. So you'll see me get both of those guys, and then I'll walk by this guy and just kind of hip fire him. And then I'm going to try to reload my MP5 quickly before I get into this room or right as I go into the room. And that's just, you'll see why. But it's for a spray portion that you'll see here in a couple seconds. So I'll kind of go forward with it. So you can only see his legs here, but there's a guy laying up against the wall. And I kind of was using this guy as my visual cue to, at the absolute latest, press the button to throw my flashbang. In a perfect world, you're going to be reloaded and you will have already started holding the button to throw your flashbang, and you want to let go of it somewhere around this guy because that's going to give you time to get the flashbang out of your hand, get a good angle on it, which you're going to want to put your crosshair somewhere in the middle or even over to the right a little bit and up towards the ceiling. But like, don't put the center of your crosshair on the ceiling, but put it kind of like right up in here somewhere-ish. But when you throw the flashbang, just kind of like walk at an angle so you get behind the wall for the pop, then walk around the corner. You'll see it.
Go down.
So a decent bit happened there. Kind of just spray those guys down. But that door that I ran through, it didn't really happen in that run. But 90% of the time from what I saw, there's a guy that will walk through that door. And if you're not like immediately looking at that door, most of the time he's going to kill you. Then also, if you get to this spot, from what I saw, if you get there anywhere faster than 47-ish seconds, then there's a guy that'll run around this corner over here off to your left. And if your gun's not loaded or you're not comfortable with the amount of ammo you have, I would switch to your pistol and kill him. And once I turn, I'll kind of show you the crosshair placement for it. But yeah. That's about it for this portion. There is a guy in the other door that's like behind you, he can shoot you, but it's kind of, from what I've seen, just kind of random, and it's very annoying. But yeah, so you kind of want to look kind of between these chairs ish. Probably probably about like this, more towards this chair, because he's gonna run around the corner and stop about right here ish, somewhere in this kind of general area, and that's just gonna kind of give you a good chance to spray him down. But generally, from what I saw, if you see it go below 45 seconds when you get there, like you get there about 46, 45 seconds, he's probably not going to spawn, but I would still kind of have that index of suspicion that he'll be there. So just kind of look for him. So he didn't spawn, so I reloaded my MP5, and I'm just going to kind of roll a flashbang along this area here, because there's going to be a guy around this corner. He's either going to be here or he's going to be walking over there from this alley right here. So I'm just going to kind of toss a flashbang up this kind of corridor right here. I'm trying to land it somewhere in this area where this guy is. Now those guys, you can just kind of deal with however you want. I will say hitting them through the top of the chairs, like if they're up top in the staircase, hitting them through the top of the chairs is kind of weird. So you might have to stand up to shoot them. It's all just kind of situational. However you can hit them, you can hit them. And then you'll see me walk around and just kind of check it when I walk through here. I think I shoot a couple times, but you'll see that. That's just because I died there so many times. Now this is important. When I started doing this, I started getting a lot farther. Well, I say a lot farther. I started getting into the next room more consistently. So you're going to see me throw a flashbang here. See if I can. Yeah, you want it somewhere about right there, because this guy that's flagging the store right here really hard is going to walk and kind of get in front of this first chair here. And when you flash him, he's going to kind of walk out into the doorway. But throwing this flashbang right up there into this corner, my voice keeps cracking. Throwing this flashbang up into this corner is basically going to blind everyone in the room long enough for you to kind of slip by and, kill whoever you got to kill in there and get by into this room. So you'll kind of see what it looks like. So now I have 21 seconds and I'm basically at the end. So I have all the time in the world at this point. So what you're going to see me do is you're going to see me reload, and then you're going to see me get the flashbang refresh that's right about where I'm standing. And I'm basically going to bank the flash grenade to be really short in the room. And once it pops, I'm going to go around the corner and kind of throw another one deeper into the room. And then I'm just going to book it past the people in there. Don't forget this guy. Or this guy. And yeah. So that's pretty much it. One thing I will advise heavily is when you jump out of here, I would honestly just set your controller down until you get to that screen where it tells you to press X to continue or whatever, quit the main menu, A, whatever button, or whatever you're playing on. I was playing on PlayStation in this case, because this was my second run where I finally got the trophy. I don't have a video of it because I didn't set my PlayStation to record it. But this was my second run. The first run that I got it, it didn't give it to me, and I wanted to cry. So yeah. So I will be quiet, and I will let the full run kind of play out so you can see it at full speed without me talking. So yeah, I hope that helps. Um, this trophy was annoying to say the least, but if it helps you out, drop a sub, drop a like, and I will link PS5 trophies video in the description as well, so you can see what I was basing my stuff off of. But yeah, anyway, peace out.